Alrighty, welcome back to my channel, everyone. This is another update on my plants. I think I recorded the last one probably about 6 days, 5 or 6 days ago. It kind of took a while to upload because my service was kind of being goofy on my phone, but we have another update on the plants. I don't know if any of you noticed, but we are missing a pot, and it's because I'll explain it here. The I guess Queen Velvet sunflowers, the four we had in that one pot, they were wilting really bad. And instead of giving them water, I decided I'll just plant them in the ground. So I went to my grandmother's and planted them into the ground. But it's still gonna get like 30 degrees, probably at least 2 or 3 more times, maybe 4 or 5, until they actually go in the ground. So they probably will die, although sunflowers are pretty hardy, especially young sunflowers. I've heard they're very frost tolerant. I've actually walked through town and I've seen some little sunflower seedlings coming up from the ground. They've survived the cold, so maybe they will. I don't know. I might have like destroyed some of their root systems, so I don't know if all four of them will survive, but one of them should survive. If not, I planted a couple around town, so maybe those will grow instead. But as you can see right here, last video there was nothing coming up from this pot. There is a whole little plant coming up from it. I guess we'll start with my favorite plant. This is the walnut tree that I planted a walnut probably about 2 months ago, and it started rooting, and then I put it in this much bigger pot, and now there's a little plant coming out of it. So this is a black walnut tree. Well, it's not quite a tree yet, it's a little seedling, but it'll eventually turn into a tall little sapling, and then I'll plant it in its forever home. Yeah, right here's mammoth sunflower. It doesn't look very different, or if even at all. It's got a little browning on its leaves. I think it's outgrown its little pot right here. Well, it's not really a pot, it's a little bottle, but I think it's outgrown it. But they will be going in the ground. It's like, I think April 14th. They'll be going in the ground Mother's Day. I think Mother's Day is early May, so they only got like a month left in these little pots. But these are the black sunflowers. I just kind of changed out there. They're still looking just about as good as last time. They haven't really grown because, again, they've probably outgrown their pot. But yeah, they're still looking healthy. I can't wait to get those in the ground. I think what I'll do is when I take them out, I'm just gonna cut the pot, not cut it, but like take it out and then just rip them apart straight down the middle so they have an equal chance to survive. But they're both really looking good. They're nice and sturdy. They've had a lot of outdoor time. The wind has been going, they've survived like 20-mile-per-hour winds, maybe even 30. So they're nice and strong. They've had plenty of time outside. They're getting used to the outdoors. And those four that I planted at Grandma's, they've had plenty of outdoor time too, so maybe they'll survive. I don't know. I really don't know. I believe these are the orange sunflowers. They're doing just about as good as they did a week ago. They're pretty tall, sturdy. I haven't taken this one off the little support yet, but actually let's do that right now. Let me see if I can untie this without hurting it. With one hand here, untied it. There's a little string. And see if it can stand up on its own. Looky there. He's strong enough to stand on his own. That's good. I'm gonna stand this one up here in a bit. Well, it's kind of really just strong enough to hold like that, so they've had plenty of outdoor time. They don't need to be stood up by a stick or a cage or nothing. The sunflowers are definitely prepared to go in the ground, but I can't quite yet because it's gonna get cold. The Long Island cheese pumpkins, they're not looking so good because I'm about to fall over here. Holy crap. I think they ran out of room to grow. So they're kind of just stagnant. They're kind of like slowly withering away, which is kind of sad. I shouldn't have started them so early, but they're kind of withering away. Hopefully they'll stay alive long enough to get them in the ground. I can't even tell if I'm showing you guys my content because I'm just so into it. They're doing all right though. Hopefully they can survive going into the ground. So it's nighttime outside, so I have my little porch light on. But yeah, here's our big sweet pepper plant. There's some new growth on it. New growth, looks green, still alive, still very healthy. Can't wait to put him in the ground. This guy, just to remind you guys, was a little plant that in my compost bin or it was next to these bell peppers, but it was like close to the compost bin or the compost pile. And it came up kind of late and it wouldn't have been able to fruit at all. So I just kind of put it in a pot, kept it inside over winter. Right here's the dates that I planted like a week or two ago. I think one's like kind of just sticking out right here. I don't really care if these survive because I already have 2 date plants inside. I'm not going to show those off today. I want to just show the main outdoor plants because the dates, dragon fruit, they don't really grow very much because they're tropical plants in Ohio. So yeah, I live in Ohio. We get cold winters and we get very not very hot summers, but we get hot summers and we get cold winters, so we see about all 4 seasons. But yeah, here's a cherry tomato plant growing a couple little tomatoes on it, so that's cool, looking healthy. Here's the other 2, same age. These came from the compost pile. These 3 did. They're doing pretty well. I had to cut them because they're getting too big and they're dying. So, and then these are 2 other, I assume, cherry tomatoes, but I'm not sure. I haven't put a cage over them or nothing. I just kind of let them be. But these are most likely cherry tomatoes too. Yeah, so this guy came up late from I don't know how the sweet pepper seed got by my bell peppers, but it wouldn't have fruited in time, so I saved it, and these came from compost pile. And they turned into whole tomato plants I overwintered. These right here, my cilantro plants, these are six cilantro plants. Apparently these are gonna flower eventually, and then that's how you get the seeds from them. They'll get like 2 or so feet tall and you'll get flowers off of them. I think I'm gonna plant these in the ground too, just so they can get their full potential. Like I said, I plan to plant these at my grandma's house. She's trying to sell her house, but she'll have it probably all through summer and fall, and then sell it like winter or spring. So I'll be able to grow all this. Like I said, I live in an apartment. I don't have a house yet, but I want to get one so I can grow a nice little setup. Like I said, the last 2 years I've been really getting into plants. So yep, these are the mini version of that guy right there, the sweet pepper. I think these are all sweet peppers. We'll find out when they grow, but they're doing pretty well. Peppers are slow growing, especially early on in the season. But once they get nice hot weather, humid, they'll grow like weeds. This is a mixture of sweet peppers, and I believe there's some Tabasco peppers in there too. Never grown Tabasco peppers, but I assume they're just like any other pepper. That's some honey I left out. I thought bees would want the honey, but I guess bees don't like honey that's not their own. So I don't know if that's true, but I heard something like that. So here's our marigolds. This one is getting closer to flowering. I believe 2 or 3, these 3 right here, there's 3 of them, are just regular old French marigolds, and all of these over here are Jolly Jester marigolds. So there's a couple buds starting to come up on them, if you can see my finger here. But yeah, they're doing all right. I don't know, the leaves have been turning like purple or black. Some of them earlier on, it's probably like a nutrient deficiency, too much water, too much sun, I don't know. But yeah, here's how my plants are doing. Sunflowers are good, peppers are good, walnuts coming up very fast. Pumpkins, Long Island cheese pumpkins, are holding on. Once I get those in the ground, they will grow like 12 feet long or something, vines. Tomato plants are good as always. Cilantro looks big and healthy. And yeah, everything looks fine. They're holding on. They got about maybe a month till they go in the ground, maybe less. I can't remember when Mother's Day was. I probably should know what that is, or when it is, but oh, and I guess I can show you my little house plants too. Oh yeah, I forgot to show the rose cuttings. So here's those rose cuttings. They're starting to leaf, but I haven't seen any rooting yet. Any roots coming out. So I hope they start rooting soon. I hope these leaves coming up is a good sign. These are 6 more cuttings I got from the actual roses that were in a vase. I cut those. Those probably won't root. I don't know if any of these are gonna root. I probably should have well, I saw a video where a guy was dipping them in honey and then putting them in dirt and saying that grows into a new plant. So maybe I should have done that. I'll try that next time if these don't work. But yeah, here's that little house plant from Grandma's. It's doing the same. It's probably starting to develop a little root system in its new home, but it's alive and green. And then there's the little succulent and the moon cactus. So, and there's a tree branch covered in flowers that I found. I think it's like a mini cherry variety or something, but it's really pretty. But yeah, I should have filmed me planting those queen velvets at my grandmother's, but I had someone coming along with me, and kind of on a time crunch too, so because I was getting ready for work, or I was going to work from there. So, but next time I put something in the ground, I will make sure to film it, and if those sunflowers are doing good, I'll make sure to turn the camera on and show you how they're doing. But yeah, you'll get to see all these going into the ground. I won't forget to film them next time. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll probably see you hopefully in a couple days.